why Chandrayaan-3 landed near the moon's south pole, and why everyone else wants to get there too. The lunar South Pole is attracting intense attention from space agencies. Even NASA plans to land Artemis 3 astronauts there. India's Chandrayaan-3 mission successfully landed near the moon's south pole on Wednesday, August 23. The Indian Space Research Organization, IRSO, mission not only made history because it saw the nation become the fourth to successfully land on the moon after the Soviet Union, the US, and China, but also because it named India the first to land at the southern lunar pole. Around 2025, as part of its Artemis 3 mission, NASA plans to have humans step foot on the moon for the first time in 50 years. That journey is also set to include the first woman and person of color to make the trip. But even before that, the U.S. Space Agency's Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration Rover, Viper, is expected to explore the southern pole in 2024 during a 100-day-long mission. Interest in the lunar South Pole as a landing site is mainly driven by the fact that scientists know the region hosts water in the form of ice. Water is, of course, essential for life as we know it, but it also has other uses. For instance, it can act as a coolant for equipment and even provide rocket fuel. The latter could be especially useful for a staging mission to Mars launched from the moon someday. At the lunar South Pole, only elevated peaks are lit by the sun. This is because the sun is always positioned around the horizon due to the moon's tilt. More low-lying areas are permanently shrouded in shadow and are quite literally referred to as permanently shadowed regions, PSRs. Temperatures in PSRs can drop to as low as 418 degrees Fahrenheit, 250 degrees Celsius, which is so frigid it's colder than Pluto. But this means it's also an ideal spot to maintain water ice. Any water molecules that enter a PSR region are immediately frozen. They're also trapped because it is simply too cold for them to evaporate. This water content then falls to the surface, where it gets mixed with lunar soil. That process results in the growth of large pockets of water and soil at the moon's south pole. IRSO was integral in first detecting such lunar water to begin with when, in 2008, its Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft carried a NASA-provided science instrument called the Moon Mineralogical Mapper, M3, to lunar orbit. This determined the existence of water ice inside craters at the moon's south pole. Why haven't we landed at the lunar pole before? Landing near the lunar South Pole is not easy, and part of the reason for this is tied to what makes landing there so desirable in the first place. The shadowy nature of the lunar South Pole that helps preserve water ice means a soft landing. There is tricky. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the video.